Hello guys, back again with the Arasta channel, and this time, as always, we will be back to talk about the best Donghua series. And of course, it is SwallowedStar. In the previous episode, we were shown Luo Feng, who managed to bring home a lot of gold ether crystals from Mars. The awakening of Hong and Lie Shen, who eventually joined the planet Yunmo and became new disciples, and the appearance of a spaceship entering the Milky Way galaxy, which is an empty area zone without an owner, led the extraterrestrial beings to intend to find a planet that has life on it. Earth, which is the only planet that has life in the Milky Way galaxy, will be in danger. So what's the rest of the story? Then, without further ado, let's get straight into the storyline. Inside his training room, Luo Feng could be seen cultivating. This was his routine after returning to his residence, which was to train to the extreme under Babata's direction. In a single day, Luo Feng spent 40% of his time absorbing life energy from the wood crystal, which was beneficial for rapidly increasing his physical strength as a human. The remaining 60% was spent on cultivation to ensure that Luo Feng's combat power could increase rapidly. And to gain combat experience, Luo Feng also often sparred with Hong and Li Shen. In the summer of 2062, 2 years have passed since the attack by the Golden Horn Behemoth monster. In an abandoned city, we will be shown Luo Feng, who is training with Hong, and also Li Shen. But their training this time is quite special, because now they have to hunt down a group of monsters that in the past have been a very frightening specter for mankind. And he is the only Emperor-level creature found on Earth, the Thunder Dragon Emperor. After leaving Hong and Li Shen far behind, Luo Feng finally arrived right in front of the Monster Emperor. And of course, the battle between them could not be separated. It looks like a duel that we've seen briefly in the first season, guys. Here, we will also see, but now this duel will be completely resolved. In the duel, Luo Feng used a sword and the Heaven Forbid shuttle, which were also supported by his mental strength. Since Luo Feng's mental control ability was now much higher than before, he was also able to use the attack variation of forming his Heaven Forbid shuttle model into a disc shape. After being hit by the Heaven Forbid shuttle's disc mode and feeling the ferocity of Luo Feng's power, the Thunder Dragon Emperor realized that he was no match for Luo Feng. That's why this monster chose to flee the area. But of course, Luo Feng wouldn't let the creature just run away. Luo Feng then used his mental abilities to lift the high-rise buildings and levitate them into the Thunder Dragon's flight path. And when its escape path had been covered by the buildings, Luo Feng released several slashes to the wings, instantly causing the creature to no longer be able to escape through the air. As for the execution, Luo Feng used the Heaven Forbid shuttle's drilling mode to pierce through the Thunder Dragon Emperor's head. And of course, the creature ended up dead without being able to put up much of a fight. Right after the Thunder Dragon Emperor's death, Hong and Li Shen, who were previously left behind, finally arrived. Here, Li Shen did not expect that Luo Feng had already preceded him and defeated the Thunder Dragon Emperor alone. So with this, Luo Feng had managed to defeat the two monster emperors on Earth by himself. And that's what made Li Shen a bit upset that he didn't get the part about being able to defeat one of the monster emperors. And because Luo Feng was considered to have robbed his prey, as payment, Li Shen asked Luo Feng to have a duel with him, as well as to test how strong Lu Feng really was. Then will Li Shen, who gained some abilities after joining as Huyanbo's disciple, be able to defeat Luo Feng, who is now able to control 32 flying knife blades simultaneously? In the duel between them, Luo Feng again showed off his latest ability, the Sword Fist mode. This was a variation of the Heaven Forbid Shuttle's attack, where Luo Feng used 32 flying blades from his Forbid Shuttle, which were then shaped to resemble sharp, serrated fish that were able to dart across the air path quickly, as well as deal high penetration damage. And by using this sword fight mode, Li Shen was overwhelmed. Luo Feng's victory was finally decided after he couldn't stop Luo Feng's attack on this one. After the duel, Li Shen felt a bit frustrated. Even though, until now, he was already at the 9th level of Star Traveler, he still couldn't defeat Hong, whose level was below his. That was because Hong had Domain, and now even he couldn't defeat Luo Feng. To ease Li Shen's frustration, Hong told his second brother to train hard, and now it was time for Hong to test how strong Luo Feng was. And the duel between them happened without our knowing who came out as the winner. It's really a pity. After going through extreme training, Luo Feng, who had progressed a lot, was also able to use 92 tons of golden ether crystals, which he would now use to strengthen the foundation of Luo Feng's golden horn body's inner world. It seemed that gradually, the inner world that absorbed the metal began to undergo changes. Right around the shell of the clone formation, metal strings appeared to be protecting it. After the process was completed, Babata said that the Golden Horn Behemoth's body had now officially reached the 4th level of star. Although he had used a lot of golden ether crystals, the results were not bad. Babata also said that the Black Dragon Mountain X-81 spaceship has now been repaired perfectly, so now Luo Feng can go on an expedition to the universe. Days passed, and this was the time that Luo Feng decided to go on an expedition to the universe. Before leaving, Luo Feng also said goodbye to his 2 children, who could already walk, and to all his family because he would be gone for about a month. And after saying goodbye, Luo Feng then left. Luo Feng also muttered in his heart, because this was the first time Earthlings left the solar system, and the first time the Earth race would have direct contact with the alien race, so he still didn't know whether this was a good choice or the opposite. Therefore, to avoid unwanted things, Luo Feng made an agreement where Hong and Li Shen would stay on Earth and take care of him while Luo Feng went to the universe. Although feeling a bit lacking in confidence, Luo Feng really hoped that on this expedition, he could bring back some information that he could obtain from cosmic civilizations to Earth. When the Black Dragon Mountain X-81 exited the Earth's orbit, Luo Feng activated the external scene simulation 100% and activated the shuttle engine mode to be able to travel at the speed of light within the next 30 seconds. Along with that, Luo Feng also expressed his feelings of feeling very nervous, as this was the first time for him to meet the alien race. Here, Babata asked Luo Feng to calm himself down as soon as the airship would reach the speed of light. As the countdown reached 0, the Black Dragon Mountain airship accelerated and shot slightly faster than the speed of light, passing through cosmic rays and into a black hole. When Luo Feng opened his eyes, he was already sent to a completely different universe, with many lumpy objects that looked like mini planets, interconnected through bluish threads. When the X-81 ship accelerated and began to approach one of the planets there, Luo Feng was panicked. He was afraid that the ship he was using would immediately crash into it. But it turned out that the lumpy objects were not created from solid materials. They resembled holograms on Earth. Luo Feng, who was scared to death, was laughed at by Babata, and then Babata gave an explanation, stating that their ship had now arrived at a location called the Dark Universe. So, there are two different universes, the Dark Universe and the Real Universe. The difference is that in the Real Universe, which is the place where living things live, matter or objects cannot move at speeds beyond light. And the solution to that is the Dark Universe, which is a place that can only be accessed when matter has exceeded the speed of light. When Luo Feng traveled for almost a light year in the Dark Universe, it was equivalent to traveling for over 10 million light years when compared to Luo Feng, who only controlled his fastest speed by using the Real Universe's path. So in conclusion, the Dark Universe is like a shortcut commonly used by universe beings exploring interstellar locations. Because here, they can move quickly, with the condition that they must have an aircraft that can move beyond the speed of light. With the Black Dragon Mountain X-81, which has been enhanced by Babata itself, it has a speed of 1.2 to 1.5 times the speed of light. Luo Feng asked how to return to the Real Universe. And the answer was quite easy. They only needed to reduce the speed until it slowed down and stopped. Thus, this plane will automatically return to the Real Universe. On the other hand, the purpose of Luo Feng's trip was to go to a planet called Planet Horn Dragon Star. And to be able to reach that place, it takes about 10 days. So Luo Feng only needed to wait that long because traveling in the Dark Universe would be very boring. 10 days had passed. Luo Feng and Babata had finally left the Dark Universe and arrived at a location that was the destination of their journey. Visible in the distance was a ringed planet that was said to be 320,000 light-years away from Earth. And of course, it was the Horn Dragon Star planet, a super planet that was 100 times more prosperous and peaceful than the Silver Blue Empire, and was often visited by super-rich beings and the nobility of the universe. The place was also quite an instrumental first step for Luo Feng, who was traveling out of his galaxy for the first time. However, what Luo Feng does not know is the appearance of a ship that has now entered the Milky Way galaxy's solar system. And then, we will be shown the ship again. According to the artificial intelligence named Atuka on board, they only need about 61 days to arrive at a planet with life. The middle-aged man with horns on his head, who looks like a leader, also promised that he would distribute large profits to his crew after they returned from the planet they were currently heading for. Then will Luo Feng be able to return home from his journey before these Earth-targeting aliens wreak havoc in his place of residence? That's all from me, and thank you to those of you who have watched until the end. See you next in my video. Bye.
就这是大手笔啊！可怕！一颗星球，佣兵联盟的实力真是强得可怕。
有什么好吃惊的？
靠，再为他一个人赚钱，这球110个种族的人吗？哎，兄弟，你人？
先生，
811飞船转手给我怎么样？
不要加入我黑龙山帝国国籍。